Black History with Mid-Michigan Now. Sponsored by your Mid-Michigan Toyota dealers and these participating sponsors.
You may not realize it, but the freeways I-475 in Flint and I-375 in Detroit were built where homes and businesses once stood. Communities that were destroyed under the government's urban renewal plan. To preserve a little of that history, dedicated people have archived them. The Black Bottom Archives is at the Michigan History Museum.
Baba Jamon Jordan, the City of Detroit historian, describes Black Bottom as like one of the most historically significant, culturally rich neighborhoods in the state of Michigan.
Destruction of Black Bottom happened in the late 50s and early 60s. The city made the decision to destroy the neighborhood to make way for the freeway.
So I think being able to share, the legacy of Black Detroiters that existed there and who developed something that still resonates decades later. It's something that we, want to share across the state of Michigan.
The Black Bottom Archive started after a group of young Black Detroiters weren't familiar with Black Bottom.
Recognizing that if they weren't familiar, that there's tons of other people who also aren't familiar with that story. And so it became a project of getting the word out and spreading the word.
The archives are filled with pictures and stories of people who lived in this neighborhood.
We've even come across someone who had a video of like their family moving out of their house in Black Bottom.
Lex Draper, Garcia Bay, and Marcia Black say the archives are celebrating 10 years this year, and this is the first time the exhibit is outside of the Detroit city limits.
Wonderful grassroots community organization, and this exhibit brings to light a piece of history that we don't have represented in our permanent galleries.
This is a partnership between the museum and the archives. Jillian Reese says that this tells a powerful story.
I think that the story of home, of having a voice with your community and in your community resonates with people.
Although the Black Bottom Archives doesn't have a permanent home, they hope one day they will have their own space. For now, though, you can head to the state capitol.
The work that we're doing continues to be important and relevant to not just Black Detroiters, but, people all over.
We hope this also raises a question for them around what role they can play in preserving their own community stories.
This exhibit will be on display until after Thanksgiving, so there's still time for you to visit this piece of history.
And we hope you join us as we celebrate Black History Month with a digital special. We are teaming up with our sister stations in Kalamazoo and Traverse City Friday afternoon at 12:30. You will see stories from around the state focused on Black history in Michigan. Again, that's this Friday afternoon at 12:30 on MidMichiganNow.com and the Mid-Michigan Now YouTube channel or Facebook page.